Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys how I use PNG overlays on some of my videos in Final Cut Pro. Okay, so this is kind of a goofy effect or a goofy PNG for this one. Doesn't really fit the song that well, but you guys will kind of get the idea. And you can use it for whatever creative ideas you have. One of the first things you want to do, if you have an idea of what you want to do for the video or what you want the overlay to be, whether it be some type of graphic or effect, maybe eyeballs, fire, an emoji, anything like that. First thing you want to do is you want to go to Safari. And if you don't already have a stock of PNG photos or PNG items yourself, you're going to want to go to Google. So go to Google and you can find a bunch for free. So you can go to Google and let's say we want eyeball emoji PNG. And you can see it's part of the auto search. Then go to images and you want to find you a good eyeball PNG photo. And when you see one, most of the time, to know it's a real PNG photo or PNG image, you're going to notice all the checkers in the background of the image, and that's how you know that it's going to be the correct type of image. You don't want to get one where it doesn't have those and then it just be a solid image, or it has a white background and then it's just not going to fit the clip the correct way, unless that's what you intended. But most of the time for me it's not. So once you get the one that you want, and I have these eyeballs, I'm going to take that, I'm going to set it down on top of my other clip, and I already cut or bladed the section of the clip that I'm going to want to use. So first things first, I'm going to back out of here a little bit. Actually, I can make this easier. Zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to cut this here because I know I'm not going to want to use it after this, after the frame changes. So I want to get this to the right size. I'm going to scale it down until it seems about the right size of where I want it to be. Then I'm going to line it up. And yeah, this is kind of a goofy effect for this particular one, but if you get creative with it, I know you can have some fun with it. So I want these to be a lot smaller. I'm going to rotate them a little bit to match where his face is at. And then I'm going to bring it over and bring it up. Let's see. Definitely want it to be smaller so it looks a little more realistic. Or at least as realistic as it can look for the goofy effect that we're doing right now. Let's see. Boom. Let's bring that over just a little bit. Alright, I think that looks good there. Alright, so that's fine right there. But, you know, obviously there's about 5 or 6 frames in between. So it's not going to look right if you just leave it there till the clip changes. So the next thing we want to do, if you're familiar with it, is creating a keyframe. So what a keyframe is going to do is it's going to adjust that effect, or it's going to adjust that PNG for each frame so that way it can follow his face to make it look a little bit more realistic, like it matches the shot. So let's go here, let's go to transform, and we're going to add a keyframe right there. And sometimes you can get away with going to the last frame. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away with it this time. Let's go to the last frame, and we're only going to add just a second keyframe. We're going to move it in the position we want it to be. Right about there, move it back. We're going to add another keyframe. Okay, so we have 2 keyframes. Actually might have worked pretty good. So now that we've got 2 keyframes, basically it's going to move in between those two locations in between the clips. So it's going to move from our first keyframe, it's going to slowly follow to our second keyframe. So let's check it out in real time. That actually worked pretty good. So let's check it out in full screen. We'll go back a little bit. Yeah, that worked pretty good. So we'll check it out in full screen. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see, we'll check it out a couple more times. Yeah, I like that. So obviously for this particular video I wouldn't use it, but if you guys want to check out how I did use it, it's in my video I did with Wordplay Official. So yeah, man, if you take that and you take that knowledge, you can just get clever with it, get creative with it, and just make your own effects and make your own style to your videos. I plan on using this more in some of my future videos, just whenever the the subject arises for it or the video calls for it. So yeah, that's something you can kind of play with just to add some character, some creativity to your video. So yeah, I hope that helped. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Feel free to subscribe. I hope you do. There's going to be a lot more content, a lot more music videos, and some more tutorials in the future. All right, thank y'all for watching. Y'all stay tuned, man.